Hi, Professor Williams. I'm a big believer in values driving one's work. How do you ensure students who engage in remote learning embody the values of Heriot-Watt University?
So Jessica, thank you so much for your question. It's a really important question to me because as a university, we are a values-led university, and that means that we wish all of our staff and our students to feel the values we hold dear. And first of all, I think we want to build a community where people feel a real sense of belonging. So for our students who are learning through a computer online, it's far more than just a connection through a computer. We want to be able to connect you with others. So I find that our lecturers, in the way they teach, of course, are celebrating their own passion for their subject, and I really feel that our students get a sense of that celebration of the passion that our lecturers have. I also feel that people are wanting to bring to our students really inspiring examples of things that are taught in a truly authentic way, so that you would feel a connectivity into the subjects, deep into the subjects, but also, a connectivity with other students, because the way in which we're teaching and connecting you is to be able to enable you to collaborate with other students who are also working from their different locations over the world. So these areas of inspiring, of collaborating, giving you a sense of belonging are really important to me, and I genuinely feel are transmitted through and become important to all of our Heriot-Watt community.
Hi, Professor Williams. This is Hamza Ali and the greetings from Syria. I have a question for you, please. Even before COVID-19, there was already a high growth and adoption of education technology and online learning. What do you think the shift to online learning means for the future of higher education? And specifically, how does that impact on the strategy for Heriot-Watt University?
So Hamza, it's really nice to hear your question, and great to hear from you from Syria. It's really wonderful. So your question is a very good one, of course, because the impact of COVID has got everybody thinking about what is the future. And I always feel that whenever some sort of big event comes up in the world and people throw lots of ideas into the air and say, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. The answer, of course, to your question is what will happen will be what we need to do to shape education for the future, to meet future needs. And I don't believe we're going to be in a world where everybody will jettison conventional education, by which I mean attending universities that have physical presence. Nor do I think it's going to mean that everybody needs to shift suddenly. I think what it means is that it's shown us in the pandemic we can be flexible. We can do things in new ways and give more choice. And that's very much going to be the Heriot-Watt way. In our strategy and that we're following, actually I've got it here, it's called Shaping Tomorrow Together. That's really the essence of how we're going to respond to education. We're going to listen, we're going to think, and then we're going to organise ourselves so that we can position education to allow people to have the access that they need. Will that involve more online education? Quite possibly. But I think it will involve a greater degree of flexibility. And that might mean, for example, that we might need to think about how we can deliver education in maybe smaller chunks, that perhaps people are more interested, particularly those people upskilling where they're studying whilst at work. They may be interested in doing a series of micro-credentials, for example, and actually join those micro-credentials together with things coming not only from Heriot-Watt but from other institutions. So these are some of the areas that we'll be needing to think about in the future. But I think all I would say at the moment, we are really intent in making sure that we can provide education in a more flexible way, but of course maintaining a high quality, and of course maintaining an affiliation with other professional institutes. So in the areas that you're studying, in energy, of course, we're working with professional institutes to make sure that those institutes will fully accredit our way of studying. And I think it's a journey too for those professional institutes that they're going to need to learn how to be more flexible in their accreditation. So it's an exciting time, and a time that we aim to continue to be at the forefront of providing high quality and flexible education.
Hello, Professor. Heriot-Watt has many students worldwide, including, like myself, students in countries where we do not have a Heriot-Watt campus. How does Heriot-Watt ensure that the global community is connected, and what can students expect upon completing their studies?
Okay, Ella, thanks so much for the question. It's a great background you've got, by the way. So let me talk a little bit about our community, because I think that's what's at the heart of your question. One of the amazing things about Heriot-Watt is that it's got something called a Watt Club. It was formed a long time ago. It's a student association, and it was formed back in 1854, a long, long time ago. And for graduates from the university, they're all automatically a member of this rather large global student association. Now we have about 150,000 students who are living graduates who connect in to the Watt Club. And as you'd expect, it's done electronically through a website, Watt Club Connect. And I sometimes think about it as being, like the biggest careers club you could be a member of, because it's a place where people can connect with each other, not only connecting into their own class years, but also connecting into different sectors. So that's available online and digitally, and therefore highly accessible. And then locally, there are some regional and national Watt clubs that form sometimes for social purpose, and some of these form their own LinkedIn groups, and some of them have their own physical meetings in different cities and clubs. And one of the great pleasures of my role as I go around the world meeting our alumni is to go along to some of these meetings and have opportunity to meet graduates from the present and from the past. So I'm sure that you'll find that the Watt Club, be it physical or digital, will welcome you in and be a source of wise advice and also careers advice for the future. Because everyone wants success, and the Watt Club is a place where success is celebrated. So I hope you enjoy getting connected.